All right, we are recording, testing audio. All right, I think we're good. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Lycan Warlord, the Stash. What a fun competition this has been. My goodness. So many lessons learned, so many things still yet to learn. Super excited. Definitely completely different than the past salt rushes that I've been a part of. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this can go, what we can tweak, how we can get better. If you see, we've got 8 minutes and 55 seconds left. I think I sprayed myself talking just now. My goodness. All over my glasses. Excuse me. Yeah, I am not going to be in the top 100 this week. And I'm okay with that because I learned a lot. Let's see who's top right now. Tickles, BTB, where are they at? See, he's got a river. So he's got a river. That means he's probably making cakes. He's probably making cakes. He's probably getting fed stuff as well, but we're not going to talk about that. Alright, so let's go back and look at top 10. It's all BTB. Yeah. We got C. C's a new, some new guys there. Yeah, again, I'm not upset about it. The first video I posted was Salt Rush, and I did some math, actually. Go figure. Let's see, what did I do? Right here. Okay, so the video I posted, my Salt Rush, I was making 320 salt per hour, which is 32 cells an hour, which would have worked out to $51,000 times 32, so $1.6 million. And it would have worked out to 32 times 480 points. It would have worked out 15,360 points. So right now, my baguette is selling 10.5 an hour. So that's basically 1 cell an hour, right? Which works out to, well, it's one, yeah. Basically, I'm looking at making more points but less money with it. Like 10.5 an hour, right? So after 10 hours, I'd have, or 20 hours, I'd have another cell. Anyway, my baguettes are not selling as fast as they should be to keep up with how fast I was selling the salt. So it's possible that maybe I could have manipulated my salt fast to make more salt and just done a salt rush. But I think at the end of the day, the baguette is making me more points. I don't need money anymore. It's about the points. So I might have made more money selling the salt, but I wouldn't have made as much points. And again, I haven't refreshed the page in a while, so I don't know what these totals are going to be. But if I refresh now, it's not going to be enough time to see an accurate total. But yeah, let's start out with the first thing I learned, and that is I don't need 2 sides of salt. I think that's the biggest thing I overlooked. Excuse me. When I decided to pick this location, like obviously, it's super close to New Orleans, right? Well, if I'm being honest, this is probably the one I would want next time, because I get the fresh water right here from the river, and then I get the salt water right here. So I can have the fresh water to help me make my sugar cane and all that, and I can get the salt for the brine. Because if you look right here, let's go back. I've had to create this weird buffer between the salt and using the ponds and roads to try and make sure I can grow the trees as fast as possible. Because otherwise, like these trees are growing, what is it, minute 30? Minute 20, I think, maybe. Anyway. It was nice, obviously, for Salt Rush to have the 2 sides, right? And if I was doing a complete regular Salt Rush, maybe I'd do all three sides, you know. But I feel like maybe the Salt Rush is just good enough to get you going. Like, it's not like Grape Rush where you could just keep selling them. But maybe so. I mean, Grape Rush was 55,000 at its prime, 55,000 per, and they were selling every 6 minutes. They were selling 100. So I don't know. I feel like this could be a very feasible Salt Rush build, but at the same time, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So really and truly, you know, would I have been able to be top with a Salt Rush? I don't know. Is it worth trying again? I don't know. I would have to check the map out and maybe find, like one that has all three sides, like this one. But then it's not close enough to a city for my prep. Like this would probably be ideal right here, or maybe right here. Right, that one might be one I think about doing. You can have all your plants growing on one side, all your trees and your sugarcane on one side, then you have your salt on the other. That might be a good one. This is definitely a good one. Obviously, she's number 53. There's like this one would be if you're doing a salt rush. But again, where's your nearest city, right? To me, it outweighs the idea that it takes forever to sell. But yeah, let's go back to the build. Run out of time to look at it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take me a little screenshot right now to save it. That way, I've got it to go over later. I'm not. Obviously, I want to do great every time I play, but I realize I don't know what I'm doing. Like I still don't know what I'm doing. Still learning. But I'm okay with that. Like I didn't do that bad. I really don't feel like. I've certainly done worse as far as this game and in general. But yeah, I'm not losing any sleep over it. I don't think y'all should either. We're gonna call this carb load salt photo. I'm hitting the wrong button. Carb load salt photo 1. Okay. I'm gonna take another side photo real quick. So yeah, I overall, I've learned about. I really think the most important thing I learned is that I saw the two-sided salt. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what you need, and it really just ended up hurting me in the long run. While it helped me in the short term, getting my salt production up and using that to, salt rush and get more money and all that. Man, it killed me trying to grow these trees, especially the sugarcane. Because sugarcane, for those of you who don't know, sugarcane takes 8 water versus the trees only take 7. So it's really a pain in the butt. Like, I had to really be choosy about where I put my sugarcane at. Because if you look, this takes 8 water. This takes 7. So I really had to, and I know it's really weird looking. It's not the prettiest. I had to be kind of creative with my water. Again, I didn't have time to think. I was just doing, because that's probably the biggest problem with the weekly is once there certain time hits on the clock, you realize that you're gonna fall behind and everybody's gonna be ahead of you, no matter what you do. And so I guess at that point you're just trying to learn and stuff, but. Let's sell some salt real quick because we run out of time. Or some sugar. And we're gonna sell some brine. This is meaningless, but I just feel like doing it. Oh, screw it. All right, and that's it. Game over. Woohoo! All right. Cool. 17 million points. Alright. So, final score, 115th place. Not mad at it, man. Out of 4,400, it's not bad. It's not bad. Not upset about it, man. Um, so let's go back to. I'm gonna go back to my free server. And I'm gonna show you what's going on there. I'm curious actually if they made the changes that they made for the weekly into the main server. I doubt it. But you look at my free build right now. But yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oof, my frames are lagging. I'm gonna have to probably manually sell from now on because I changed. You see over here, I changed all this up. Yeah, let's go ahead and fix that real quick. I don't know why I'm wasting my time in all fairness, but you know what? Fuck it. Alright. So, Silica, let me uncheck that one. And that's all I should have to do. And my production rate monitor as well. So what I'm doing right now is I'm clicking on TamperMonkey, and then left clicking on TamperMonkey, and then I'm right clicking on whatever script that I want, and it opens up a new tab with that in it, which is pretty cool. Simple. Then I'm typing in // to mute the line of code, and then I'm going to refresh. Boom. And then when I refresh, we should be auto selling Silica again. So yeah, if you put 2 slashes, which for you would be like this, 2 slashes, at the front of the line of code, it like mutes it. So you don't have to delete the line, but you can still leave it in there. And I see how I'm auto selling the Silica now. So yeah, I think ultimately, man, if I had turned to Baguettes sooner, maybe I'd be in the top 100. I know people probably went with cake, and I just felt like I was having so much trouble with my butter production for the longest time. I couldn't get my butter production up. So much problems with that. I really feel like if I had just the one side of salt, not the second side of salt, that my production of trees and sugarcane, I would have been confident to make enough where I could have done cakes and dough, or excuse me, cakes and batter instead of dough and baguettes. But I was so hindered by that line. Let's see if I pull it up real quick. I'll pull up my my photo that I took. That way we can talk about it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Yeah, I mean, again, man, there's so many things I could be upset about, and I'm not. Alright, let's put it up on the screen. There we go. So, I don't know why it's auto-capturing it right now, but I'm not complaining because it's working. Alright. So, you see, this first row is 3 saltiness, right? So, perfect for growing the brine field, but not perfect for, let's say, trees. So, essentially, these 3 rows right here and these 3 rows right here were all salty. So, you were stuck with, well, I mean, I can put stuff there, but it's not going to grow as fast. And obviously, we want to produce as fast as possible. I had some shade from these. I feel like to streamline this properly, you gotta be able to get the wood to these guys faster. I think that was really what's slowing me down. In the like, once I kind of balanced everything out, was getting the wood to the mills, because the lumberjacks or the logger house guys, they will bring the wood to the mill. If you can see right here, we got a guy right here that's bringing the wood to the mill. So If you've got them all spread out all over the place, they don't know what the hell they're doing. They get lost. They take their time. So finding a way to speed up that process, which I think if I could have put a path maybe like down through the wood, maybe that would have, I think that could have helped. But again, you know, like I wanted to use this area over here because I couldn't use it for anything else. You know, I didn't need all that salt. Like this was enough salt for me to have surplus. Now, not for the original salt rush I was doing, but like literally, I think like these 10 are doing salt, and then I've got like 2 more doing salt over here. So I had like 12 or 13 windmills doing salt. Man, or I think I got 1 or 2 more over here as well. Like I had plenty of them doing salt, and I still had enough salt to sell like 10 every, you know, like I was always at 25, 30 salt. Or brine, excuse me, not salt. Brine. So I really think it's like you don't realize you don't need that much salt. Now, what I think that's going to be my biggest change starting out next time is I'm going to get one with one side that has ocean, one side that has river, if I can. And if I can't, getting just one side of ocean and no river. That way I have a side where I can grow undeterred. Because it's just a bunch of dead space. I mean, you look at it. Like all this extra ponds I had to do, it's just dead space. It's just dead space that I couldn't use, and it sucks. So I'm happy with what I achieved. A, not knowing what the hell I was doing, and B, thinking I had a good spot, but I didn't really have the best spot like I thought I did. So, man, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Not going to win any money this week, but certainly a lesson. I'm curious to see if they're keeping the same buffs and nerfs for this next week, or if they're going to change it every week. I'm very curious to see. I would imagine they're going to leave this like this for a little bit, but I genuinely don't know. Excuse me. So, that begs the question, if they change it, where are they going to change it to? I feel like they're going to keep it. I feel like they went through the effort to change it like this. They might leave it a week. Like do it 2 weeks in a row. I don't see them doing it 3 or 4 weeks. I feel like 2 weeks, and then they switch it up another 2 weeks maybe. But we'll see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link their Discord like usual, but I'm also going to link the specific channel on their Discord server where I got the information from the last video about what was shifted, what was changed. I feel like that will be helpful. I'm going to pull that up again real quick for you guys so we can talk about it. Uno más. Because really and truly all we got right now is, you know, happiness. Okay. So, look at my Silica go. Let's see what I'm ranked. I'm curious now. What am I ranked in Silica here? 143. All right. I mean, I haven't played it since the week started, so. I don't have Silica in my count. That is annoying. All right. So look. So I know you can't. You can see what I'm doing, right? So I'm gonna left click on TamperMonkey, right? And it's showing me a window. You can't see that I have a window, but it's showing me a window, and it shows my 3 scripts that I have right here. See, I'm moving the mouse. I have 3 scripts, right? So I'm going to right-click on the script that I want, and that's going to pop me up another tab. So I want to pop up right-click on Production Rate Monitor, and boom, you see I have my scripts here now. So all I'm going to do is, you see I have these 2 little lines. I'm going to delete those, and now that code is active. So that's all you got to do. Let me see if we can zoom in for you guys. All right. So yeah, here we go. So you see, you have the two slashes that kills it, right? Now I got 2. Deleted it, and this is active. So you see, I have all this stuff that counts, right? So I'm gonna hit File, Save. zoom back out. Hope that makes sense. I can go into more detail with my setups if y'all want. If y'all want to see me go into what I have in my scripts, which I didn't make the scripts, so I don't think it's like I'm some coder, but I can show you what I have and what settings I had. I'd be happy to do that. Just let me know. Okay. So now I need to refresh the page, right? So I'm going to go ahead and refresh. Boom. Now, back to what we were doing. Pulling up our new marching orders. Called newnerves.doc, baby. Alright. We are going to activate writer. Here we go. Okay, so let's go back to our results, shall we? So, this is where I was at. I thought, and you know, 'cause I think I talked about this in the last video. I was like, man, that butter looks really good. I did not realize how freaking slow. How freaking slow the cows were. That was probably the biggest surprise to me, because I've only ever done wool rush to get money, you know. Those cows walked so damn slow, and I was like, bruh, these were sheep. The chicken, by the way, chicken rush is feasible. Them suckers, they eat fast, they don't take much, but man, the cows took forever. So I was sitting there and waiting on milk, I'm waiting on milk. I'm like, man, is there any way I could speed this up? I'm like, no, they're getting their water, they're getting their wood, you know, they just walk really, really, really slow. Like, I pull the image back up. You can see, like, I put the troughs in between. You know, if I had more room, maybe I would have put some more feed mills, maybe, and turn these outward and put a feed mill right next to it, so they each had their own feed mill. But that was something else I didn't realize. These were casting shade onto my crops. Didn't know that was a thing, because the chicken coop doesn't, and I don't believe and I know that the sheep pen doesn't. So I was not expecting that as well. That was another learning curve, because this was taking, like, you know, the full time to grow, and it was far enough away from the windmill when it shouldn't have been getting blocked by that. But yeah, man, that's probably the hardest part about any of this, is growing damn milk or harvesting milk. Was not expecting how long that was going to take, and it took some time. So, buyer beware, cows are slow. In case you didn't know, cows are slow. So, I'm sure people were doing cake. I mean, if I could get to where I'm selling 1 cake an hour, or 10 cakes an hour, that would be ideal. I'd for sure have to play around with it, because I really don't know. That's really it. That's all I can think of, man. Butter. I thought butter was going to be a better deal for me. Ended up not. I couldn't get the milk fast enough. Couldn't produce the butter fast enough. So I said, screw it. I said, so let's start making batter. So I started making the batter, and then I'm not producing flour fast enough. Not producing milk, the butter fast enough. I finally got it really balanced, kind of where it felt like it was even, and I was happy with it. Again, the numbers that you saw on the screen, I don't know how accurate those were, because I didn't refresh the page fairly. Like, I don't know. It could have been accurate. It could have been 0.18 a minute. It could have been a little faster than that. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I'm going to see what happens next week. I'm going to keep an eye out on that Discord, and I will let you guys know if that Discord posts anything. I'll comment below on this post and the last post. if we get some new updates, if they announce something different. But I'm gonna put those links in the description. I will do. I'm gonna do it. I don't think you guys are really gonna want it, but I will. I'll go ahead and make a Silica. Excuse me. I'll go ahead and make the Citadel of a Wind. I don't know if you're really gonna want to see it in all honesty, but you know, I'll do it. I don't think it's gonna be worth it. Oh, I gotta remove this. Oops. All right, say bye bye. All right. I was like, man, why the hell isn't it showing? I'll make a Citadel of my build out, and I'll put it on Twitter. When I post this, I'll put that link below. I don't know if y'all actually gonna want to see it, but again, this is a learning curve for me, as I'm sure it is for a lot of y'all. So don't think I sit here on top of some mountain claiming to know what the hell I'm doing, because I sure as hell don't. But I'm having fun. It was an interesting week. I appreciate all you guys watching videos, all the comments. Keep them coming. Like I said, if you've got any questions, I probably don't know, or at least can tell you what I do know, and I can at least try and point you in a direction of someone that might know the correct answer if I don't. So feel free. Let me know if you guys want me to go over the scripts, so I'll make a video on that. Otherwise, I think that's it. It's been Lycan Warlord, the Stash. Appreciate you guys watching. Y'all have a good one.